I'm going to teach you about landforms of the people. So, what are land? An interest content. What is landforms? How the landforms are made? Types of landforms. Life of people in plains. Life of people in mountains. Life of people in deserts, and life of people in forests, and life of people in islands. So, what's landform? Landform is an natural and artificial feature of the solid surface of Earth or other planetary body. These features are also formed by the endogenetic genic forces or the forces that originate from within Earth. Mountains, hills, plateaus, plains are the more major phase of landforms found on Earth. Landforms together make up a given terrain, and their arrangement in the landscape is known as topography. They can be arranged in size. They range in size like a, a hill. They can be as small as a hill and can be as large as a mountain. These geographical features are found all over the world, and they affect this ecosystem, climate, and the weather of a place. And it's not just Earth where these features are found. The scientists have, in fact, scientists have also identified that landforms are also found in different planets, including Mars and Venus. How landforms are made? Landforms that we see on Earth have been formed over years through movement of the tectonic plates and through the process of denudation, which includes weathering and erosion. These features can also be affected by the chemical, not chemical, weather conditions and natural disasters like erupting volcanoes. So mountains and hills, they are created by the tectonic plate movement under the Earth, thus creating landforms by pushing up mountains and hills. Wells and canyons, they are created by the erosion by water and wind, which can tear down the land. Islands. As they erupt, they build different layers of lava, which will eventually break the water surface. When the tops of the volcanoes appear above the water, islands form. A desert is a place, and a desert is a place that they are formed by the weathering process of broad variation in temperature between the day and night. But strains uh, on the rocks, which constantly breaks in pieces. The rocks are smoothed down, and the wind starts the uniform deposits. The grains end up leveling the sheets of sand. Okay, what are the types of landforms here? So we have plains, mountains, hills, valleys, canyons, forests, islands, and deserts. So today I'm not going to waste your time. So I just pick plains, mountains, forests, islands, and deserts. Maybe I'll explain the rest of the three in the future videos. Okay, what the life of people in plains? Plains in the life of people in plains are very crowded. Large number of people live in the form of colonies, and they have ease in terms of mobility. They lead a simple life because they do agriculture and other jobs like IT and stuff. This makes the construction of roads, rails, and houses comparatively faster and easier in low cost than areas like mountains. Due to the presence of plenty of rivers, water is easily available to the people in the plains. Availability of water, practice agriculture, and grow variety of crops. Use of technology and mobility and its availability is more available in plains. Li- Their their life is not as it is. Their life is not as easy as it is in plains. They are not. They are safe from disasters of lowlands such as malaria and sleep sickness. They lead a simple life. The life of people, I mean, the people have construction, the house construction of plain as simple as it can in this plains, and agriculture in plains. So it's very simple. They lead a simple life. People, life of people in mountains. The people who live on mountains have a difficult life compared to the people who live on mountains due to the elevation of the mountains. Due to the elevation, the atmospheric pressure is low, and the atmospheric pressure and the oxygen level is low. So the people who live on mountains are short in height with small nose, ears, and etc. This compensates the lower availability of oxygen and optimizes blood circulation. And people who are short in height also reduces the loss of heat. And it's very useful in mountains because mountains have experience a really cold um, weather. So due to the uneven terrain, construction of roads, rails, and other infrastructure become very difficult and costly. You might have noticed that tunnels have been constructed under mountains, uh, either not. No, no. So uh, this this also makes the construction of dams and reservoirs a challenging task, and it also which causes a large scale of erosion. People in mountains practice step farming in mountain regions because they cannot do agriculture like the people who live on plains. And for irrigation, they use bamboo irrigation, as it's very hard to store rainwater as as the uh, as the region is very due to standing slope. The rainwater always flows down to the plains, not and it's very hard to store it. So, mountain regions are prone to earthquake, which occurs due to the tectonic activities under Earth, and which is and landslides, which occurs due to soil erosion. This also causes this also causes disruption in road transportation. Okay, people who live in, as I said, people who live in mountains are short in height, as you can see, and I can show you face because it's red, but and this is bamboo irrigation, and this is duck farming in mountains. Life of people in deserts. They, their traditional lifestyle are adapted to extremely arid conditions. They live a nomadic life. That means that they don't settle in one area for long. Instead, they move frequently to they move on frequently to prevent exhausting an area of its resources. They have herds of animals which are adapted to their living in desert conditions such as camels. Camels. A camel is the most used animal in transportation, and it also earns the name of ship of the desert. Their tongues allow air to circulate within them, keeping them cool. Animal hair is also used to insulate them to keep the tent cool during the day and warmer at night. Drip irrigation is the irrigation that is used in deserts, and it's the method that is done with the tiny curtain balls. Earlier, people in desert has have to walk kilometers in search of water, but nowadays, water tankers are sent to deserts, which is further stored in the community tanks. Okay, this is the drip irrigation. So here's the pipe which goes on to that area, and they have a tank here, or the community tanks, which will send water to the pipes, and they have small holes in this tank. this near the plant, which will flow, which will drip water for their growth. And people in deserts, they are mostly dark because of the sunny region. Okay, people live in life of people in the forests. People in forests live a primitive life. They are called tribal people. Some tribal people practice agriculture and live a settled life, while others live a nomadic life, which is moving from forest to forest. People in tribal areas practice slash and burn. In this type of agriculture, uh, they first cut the crops of the vegetation they have grown and burn the agriculture. The burning of agriculture allows the soil to absorb and retain its fertility. But I don't know it's true or not. And this is the cause of big pollution in Delhi. In fact, okay, when the land is used for the burning of agriculture allows the soil to absorb and retain its fertility. And the land is used for farming. After a few years, the land is abandoned and people clear that area and burn a new area which is to be used for agriculture. See, area waste. People also collect forest produce like timber, leaves, bark, fruits, and flowers. All the non-timber products are popularly known as minor timber products. Timber products is also used to make furniture. Okay, this is slash and burn agriculture, and these are the people who live in forest, and these are timber products. Life of people in desert islands. I mean, people in island are also known as tribal people. They are separated from the mainland, so they have a unique way of culture and traditions. Fishing is one of the major activities of the people living in the islands. Some of the people also carry out agriculture. Major crops cultivated include coconuts, rice, cashews, rubbers, and palm oil. Tourism. Tourism is another sector where people are involved in as a major tourist destination. So these are the people who live in islands and fishing in islands. So thank you and please subscribe and like for more videos.